Welcome back, fight fans. Coming up next, we have bantamweights as Jerrell Hodge takes on Cody Garbrandt. Let's send it up to Jazz and bring these guys out.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next fight is brought to you by Tim Lally Chevrolet, the official auto dealership of the NAAFS, and also Discount Drug Marts, the official ticket outlet of the NAAFS. And now, making his way to the cage, please welcome Jerrell Hodge.
Well, Greg, here comes Jerrell Hodge. All three fights have been in the NAAFS. He came in and made a splash at Spawn vs. Hawk 2. He's got 2 rear naked chokes and 1 TKO. Very impressive young man. He's a wrestler, striker, and his coach told me it may no longer be in that order. But the one thing they emphasized more than anything, he is very, very, very quick, and he's going to need it because his opponent tonight is one of the quickest guys around I've ever seen in Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you want to talk about an even fight. That's this, at least on paper. You talked about the evolution of Jerrell Hodge. I mean, this kid keeps getting better each and every time in the cage. And I know that could sound cliche, but that is a fact when it comes to Jerrell Hodge. So if he gets this W tonight against probably what many people consider the best bantamweight in the country right now, and Cody Garbrandt, he controls his own destiny, and I can't wait to see this fight in person.
Yeah, this is a big step up for him. You mentioned Cody Garbrandt, one of the best amateur bantamweights in the country. Some people have questioned why Cody isn't already going pro, but give it time.
Yes, he's a baby.
And now, making his way to the cage, please welcome his opponent tonight, Cody Garbrandt.
And there's your crowd reaction, and you fans at home will see why he is considered one of the best. He has been on a tear since coming cage fighting. He has battled, but, the only but about him, and it's not his fault, he has battled some injuries, and that has followed him from his high school wrestling all the way up through his MMA career. But I love that Cody's healthy. And let's take a look at our Tim Lally Chevrolet tail of the tape.
Yeah, Jerrell Hodge comes in at 22 years old. Cody Garbrandt at 20 years old. 5'6" for Hodge, 5'8" for Garbrandt. 134 officially for Hodge, 133.5 for Garbrandt. And Jerrell Hodge with a 2-inch reach advantage. And you can hear the crowd just go crazy when Garbrandt comes into the cage. Obviously, he's built a huge fan following here in the Midwest. And when you see him fight, you're going to understand just why. He lost his very first fight as an amateur, if I recall, in Geneva, Ohio at War on the Shore, and has not looked back since.
Yeah, he lost to Nick Hyatt by rear naked choke. I don't know if that was his first or second fight. And there's a guy, Nick Hyatt, he lost to a guy named Greg Petty and then comes in and beats Cody, and we've never seen him ever again.
No, he went out on top, I guess, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is brought to you by Tim Lally Chevrolet and Discount Drug Mart. 3 rounds in the NAAFS Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing, fighting out of the John P. Lennon red corner. This fighter's MMA record is perfect, with 3 wins and no defeats. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 134 pounds, representing Brickhouse MMA, fighting out of Bedford, Ohio, Jerrell Thundercat Hodge. And now his opponent fighting out of the Intimidation Clothing blue corner. This fighter's MMA record sits with 5 wins and 1 defeat. Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing 133.5 pounds, representing the Strong Style Fight Team, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, Cody No Love Garbrandt. Your referee is Chad Trukovich.
Well, Greg, there's a reason these guys are the main events of the amateur portion of the card. And man, Cody is absolutely psyched up out of his mind, and Jerrell's just looking at him like, bring it, let's go.
Well, I got to say, too, the last 2 times we've seen Cody Garbrandt fight has been just a picture of perfection. The kid is spot on with the striking, quick, accurate, powerful, great wrestling pedigree. And you could say the same for Jerrell Hodge. Has been nothing less than impressive. So this one has all the makings, folks.
And yeah, the absolute clinic Cody put on against Tyler Saltzman was ridiculous.
And there was a lot of people that were favoring Saltzman coming into that fight, and I think that really gave Garbrandt, put a chip on his shoulder, understandably so, and he came out and absolutely destroyed Tyler Saltzman, who is a pretty good fighter in his own right.
Jerrell's going to need to watch those low kicks. He's throwing them from just a little bit far away, and what's happening is he's hitting with the top of his foot, not the shin, and if Cody goes and checks one of those, he's going to break his foot right over his shin.
Oh, big right.
And that's a problem. If you throw that leg kick with your hand down, somebody's going to say, I'll eat one, and come right down the pipe and take you down with a big right hand right to the mouth. And to his credit, Jerrell is not intimidated.
Not at all. I mean, we knew that coming in. That's one of the reasons we wanted this matchup. You know, at this point, Cody Garbrandt has built up a name, and there's a lot of fighters that want no piece of him. Jerrell Hodge accepted that challenge with open arms.
Ooh,
good,
nice.
combo.
Yeah, not only did the jab hit strong, but so did the 2.
Boy, what a fantastic start we have to this fight.
And I think Cody just realized, I mean, he knew Jerrell's the real deal, but that combo, you saw it in his eyes, woke him up a little bit.
No doubt.
And there it is again.
Good call, John. I mean, Cody, that's the 3rd time he's done that, each time with effectiveness.
You got to have that right hand in their face to distract him. If you throw that leg kick with your hands down, that's what a good fighters do. He does that one more time, you could be out for good.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
Now Jerrell just shaking his head no at him, saying those leg kicks aren't hurting. And we saw Cody do that exact thing. He's to Saltzman.
And there's the takedown. Telegraphed it and paid for it.
And Cody's only loss is to submission.
Yeah, and Hodge is a strong kid.
Oh,
man.
Boy.
And that makes it interesting in that round. Because I would have to give the nod early on to Garbrandt, but Hodge finished strong.
That guillotine looked deep. We'll see if we could, I mean, that was across the cage from us, so I couldn't see arm position or where his elbow was. But boy, oh boy, another 10 seconds in that round, and that could have been something else.
Yeah, it would have been very interesting. And I can't recall, I mean, we've had some big fights in this venue. Stipe Miocic has fought here. Jessica Ide has fought here. Nick Duell, Chris Lozano. I can't remember this place ever being this loud. And this is just the amateur portion of the fight card.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe Donnie Walker versus Dustin Kemp.
That was definitely a good fight.
The crowd got into that. Frank the Tank.
Sorg Taylor, yeah, that was a pretty electric crowd, but man, this is something else.
Taylor versus Joe Highland.
That was here as well, yes, another classic, legendary fight.
We get extra time here for the amateurs, 90 seconds between rounds, so here we go, round 2. All I know is I want to see 2 more rounds.
I'd like to see 4 more, to be honest. Too bad this isn't a 5-rounder.
Yeah. And 5 minutes.
Yes. Well, these guys will be pros in due time, so let's enjoy it while we can. And now here's where a lot of times there's a huge benefit for the strong style camp being able to go in their corner. I mean, how many times have we seen it? They come out, change their game plans, and with effectiveness.
And I just looked over as you said that, and Marcus Marinelli started waving Cody like, yeah, keep coming at him, keep coming at him.
And you know, everybody that Garbrandt fights is going to bring their A game.
Right, because they know you're fighting one of the best amateurs in the country.
Yes.
High school wrestling pedigree was amazing. Got recruited, went down, was wrestling Division III in South Carolina in college. Said, you know what, I talked to him quite often, and he said that fit just wasn't for him.
He's found his calling, there's no doubt. And Cody Garbrandt, again, only 20 years old. He's a baby. And Jerrell Hodge, only 22. But, you know, you couldn't find a nicer, more respectful young man than Cody Garbrandt. And I'm quickly becoming a Jerrell Hodge fan as well. I mean, this kid is super talented.
Well, these guys, we got about half the time.
Oh, big right.
And there it is again, the low leg kick.
And that's been the difference so far, has been that leg kick and that counter overhand by Cody Garbrandt. It's found his mark each time.
And I wonder if Cody's going to let him up, look to separate. Jerrell throws a knee from up against the cage.
Good knee down the middle by Garbrandt.
And with 1 minute left, we're going to see, can Cody get the finish here, or can Jerrell turn the tide? And I think if they separate, I'm looking for a 6-3-2 uppercut. It didn't happen. I thought Cody was going to just make a little separation and look for an uppercut left hook.
And you can hear the corner of Garbrandt yelling pressure. They want him to stay tight on Jerrell Hodge. Control the tempo.
We got about 20 seconds. This round was a little odd. These guys, they've been feeling each other out a little bit more this round.
Yeah, I mean, obviously after that flurry in the first round, both guys a little more cautious, but I think Garbrandt, up until now, has controlled this round. And that first round could go either way. So you never know. This could be an even fight. It could be 2 rounds to none Garbrandt. Or perhaps 2 rounds to none Jerrell Hodge. Although on my card right now, 1-1.
That's what I have it. And there's a reason you and I will never be asked to judge.
Nor do we want to.
No.
My judging days are well behind me. I'm much more comfortable here.
And you know what, give it to these judges. They have a very difficult task, and you know, human nature, they really have to do a good job to not be influenced by the crowd.
Well, and here's the crazy thing, Jerrell Hodge is from Cleveland. This event is in Cleveland, but Cody Garbrandt obviously has the crowd support behind him. And granted, grew up in Tuscarawas County, about an hour and a half south of Cleveland. So he's got some hometown fans here as well.
And he's training at Strong Style.
And he is training at Strong Style, which is based in Independence. Once again, a look at this capacity crowd.
And this shot here doesn't even do it justice, because this is all the way around, and we also have a second level. There's a balcony.
There's a separate room with closed circuit feed up top. I mean, the place holds about 1,300 fans. There's easily 1,500 packed in here tonight. Not to mention how many people are watching live.
And all those who couldn't get tickets. Oh, Garbrandt is out cold. Oh my Lord, what a shot.
Wow.
Beautiful right hand. Unbelievable. Jerrell Hodge is now the man to beat.
And you could just see the crowd absolutely in stunned silence here, with the exception of the Hodge fans here. Oh my goodness.
What a right hand. We have to see that again.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to see it.
First and foremost, I sure hope Cody's all right. I mean, he's my buddy, but what a beautiful strike here. Right on the button. And And that was, you could see he's hurt there, but then here we go. This is what really, that finished him off.
Yeah, I mean, just a picture-perfect right hand, right on the button. And I don't know how many guys are going to absorb that type of shot.
Nobody.
No. Unbelievable performance here tonight by Jerrell Hodge, taking out arguably the top amateur bantamweight in the country. And that's the great thing about this sport. Anything can happen. And I know it's cliche, John, but...
And he was out as he hit the ground. You could see his arms were up. That meant, his body completely tightened up.
Garbrandt right now still down being looked at. And hopefully he is okay.
I mean, that shot would take out welterweights.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. And Garbrandt will be back. There's no doubt about that. He's only going to learn from this. But tonight, Jerrell Hodge.
And Cody gets up and he goes over and shakes his hand.
Glad to see he's up on his feet and is okay.
And is classy as always.
Yeah, class act. But once again, tonight, Jerrell Hodge gets it done impressively. Let's send it up to Jazz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight ends at 10 seconds of round number 3. Your winner by knockout, Jerrell Thundercat Hodge.
I'm standing here with your winner, Jerrell Hodge, moves up to 4-0. Greg Kalikas and I were talking about it on the headset. There ain't very many bantamweights that want to fight Cody Garbrandt. You said you not only accepted that challenge, you wanted it. You came in here and won a beautiful right hand in that third round.
Thank you very much. I like to thank everybody that came out, Brick House, everybody that came out, my family. I like to thank God. First of all, I like to thank everybody. Thank you for coming out.
Well, you guys had a very, very good back and forth round 1 versus round 2. Greg Kalikas and I, we were thinking it was about 1-1, but you left no doubt. What's next for you, my man?
I don't know. He was supposed to be the top in the amateur, so whatever comes at me, 4-0, I don't know. Whatever comes next, who next? I don't know.
Well, whatever comes next, I'm looking forward to seeing you right back here in the NAAFS cage. Uh-oh, you got one more thing to say.
I'd like to make a comment that I saw an interview that I wasn't going to last to the second or first round, something like that. Said his hands faster than mine and all that. I've made proof right here tonight. I don't do talking. I let show him up for cage. Thank you.
Well, both you guys showed a lot of class after that fight, going up, giving each other a hug. That's what this sport's all about. Glad you were one part of a great fight. Give it up for your winner, Jerrell Hodge. More NAAFS cage fighting coming right up.